नमस्ते गुरुजी। जय गुरुजी महाराज। जय गुरुजी साध संगत जी। मल्टीलिंगुअल ग्लोबल सेवादार टीम की तरफ से आप सबका हार्दिक स्वागत है। संगत जी, हम सब बहुत भाग्यशाली हैं। गुरुजी महाराज की कृपा से बैम्बी आंटी जी की पुस्तक गुरुजी माय फादर के सेशंस को दोबारा प्रसारित करने की कोशिश की गई है। इसमें महाराज की अनुमति और बैम्बी आंटी जी ने भी हमें अनुमति दी थी। तो आज हम गुरुजी माय फादर सेशंस के फर्स्ट सेशन के सेकंड पार्ट को समझने की कोशिश करेंगे। जैसा कि पहले बताया गया था कि सेशन फर्स्ट के सेकंड पार्ट को हम पहले चलाएंगे। ये करीबन 39 मिनट का होगा और इसके बाद में धीरजा भट्ट आंटी जी यूएस से जुड़ेंगी, जो कि अपने भाव और संदेश को बताएंगी संगत के कृतार्थ। अब महाराज से आगे लेके हम सेशन को स्टार्ट करते हैं। जय गुरु जी।
This is the book. This is Guru Saheb Ji's book. So in 2011, I met Anita Kumar Aunty. I met her like just, we were in some place together and she said, I'm writing a book on Guruji. And I said, Acha, when are you going to print it? What's going to happen? Very good you're doing. But जब मैं घर जा रही थी, मैंने कहा अनीता लिख रही तो मैं क्यों ना लिखूं? मैंने कहा गुरुजी, even I want to write a book. तुसी दसो मैं की लिखा? And I started, and I developed a very high fever. I had 103, and the nights would be very bad, and the days were still all right. At night, I would, when I'm ill, I don't like anybody around me. So I would lie down in a separate room, and I had taken one of my daughter's copies, and I would start muttering, and writing, and scribbles, all scribbles. And my husband would come running and say, Ki ho gaya? You're muttering, you're writing, your fever's very high. Why don't you rest? I said, no, I can't. I just feel I have to write all these things and they're just coming to me now, so I must write them. And in the day, we would try and decipher what's written. And Sati and I would sit together to understand what's been written. And at night, again, the fever would be very high. We would be writing, we'd be doing this. And this was 3 weeks before Guruji's birthday, 7th of July, 2011. And that is when this beautiful book, Guru Saheb Ji compiled, and Guru Saheb Ji decided that it had to be shared. And it's a book which I have not pushed, promoted, sold, done anything, because I told Guru Saheb Ji, nobody to tell, but Ardas kari Guru Saheb Ji, okay? Guru Saheb Ji, this is your book, tusi jo marzi karo. Then a few days back, I saw General Kapoor's daughter, Aarti, when she talked about her book and how proud she was of her experiences, of the love that Guruji shared on her, and how through the book she was trying to share the beautiful bond she had with Guruji. And I realized that this is what I have to do. Share Guruji's love, share the love I have received, I still receive, so that koi na koi hoega na, जिसके दिल विच शायद एक दिया जग जाए ते फिर उसदा भी दिल करे गुरु साहिब नू पुकारन वास्ते. So this is the beautiful book, and like all things, everything in my life, I must start with a prayer. So the page number 3, which I'll start with, it says, Guruji, my father, my dearest father, in these pages my soul lays bare, but I really don't care. But then, yet I do care, as probing eyes read my every thought. I feel naked, but every word of yours must be told. protect me and my father, as I am just a flicker of your soul. So how did Guruji become my father? I mean, he should be Guru. Like everybody thinks Guruji is a Guru. So once in Empire Estate, we were sitting and there was just Guruji sitting on his gati, and this auntie who I don't remember at all was sitting next to me. Like I'm sitting this way, toe laga ke, and she's sitting turned towards Guruji, and Guruji is on his gati. And she tells me, you know, I love Guruji very much. I said, yes, I'm sure everybody loves Guruji. Guruji loves everybody very much. He says, no, you don't understand. I love Guruji like my husband. I said, you understand now? You understand now how I love him? And I was shell-shocked, okay? I understood what she was trying to say. She was sunaying me. She was telling me, but she was sunaying Guru Saheb Ji. And I was shell-shocked. Okay, how can you even think of somebody so pious and divine? I do understand that sex is an extension of love, but this for me was lust. Anyway, that day I didn't say anything, but I, like you know inside your soul, I knew that Guruji had heard our conversation. So Guruji knew what this lady was saying. But it made me question myself as to what is my relationship with Guruji. So I went through mother, brother, sister, child. I went through friend. I went through all. And I landed up on father. I landed up on father because I think probably my father and me had such a tremendous relationship that it went from my father to my soul father. So it became Guruji, my father. The other thing I want to mention is that I was wrong in judging that lady, because a relationship between a guru and his Shishya is two-way. It is not just what you think your relationship with your Guru Sahib is, but what your Guru Sahib also accepts you as, he being the boss. So, whoever that lady was, Guru Sahib Ji, I apologize. Guruji Maharaj, Hamare Guruji Maharaj. This was his signature name. I like that name, Guruji Maharaj. With seriousness in his voice, these words had been said by him. So once Guruji decided he wanted to go abroad, so he told Babar uncle, mera passport arrange karo. And we were in Empire State in the back room. And Babar uncle bought this form. Ke Guruji, tuada sign kar lo, na likh do, ithe sign kar lo. And Guruji signed and gave him the paper. When he gave him the paper, Babar uncle looked at it and said, Guruji, tusi Guruji Maharaj ko likhya, to tonu apna na likhna payega. Te ithe te inne sare Guruji Maharaj in Delhi vich. The Guru Sahib Ji said, na kadi aaya hai, na kadi aayega, sirf main haan. I am Guruji Maharaj. But you know, he never needed a passport to travel. Everybody abroad, so many people abroad have seen him. But that was his way of telling us. That is the name he's kept to himself, Guruji Maharaj. Taran, Komal, Nirmal. Now there's a big story behind these three words. Guru Sahib Ji used to say, Ki Guruan da na ni lende. Now he told me one time that when you say pranam to a particular guru with his name, you are doing pranam to one guru. But when you don't take your guru's name, because you have to understand, Guruan di baradri undi. They stick together like crazy. Okay. So when you say pranam Guruji, then all the gurus in the world have to do pranam back to you. That is what he told me. So Guru Sahib Ji said, never take Guru Sahib Ji's name. But, you know, at that time, Raghurai uncle made this book with Guruji's pictures. And he also knew कि ना नहीं लिखना. तो उन्होंने cheating करके तरल कोमल निर्मल लिख देता. तो आपा भी cheating करके ऐ लिख देता book विच कि जाने अनजाने विच अगले नु समझ आए ये गुरु साहिब जी दा नाम है. Sade Guru Saheb Ji, whatever said and done, na, Guru sare hain, sade is piche sare Guru ne, par eh sada dil hai na. Guruji Maharaj hailed from Dugri, a village in Punjab. He was born in a Sikh family. Now, he was not born in a Sikh family. He was born in a Hindu family. But he would always tell me, "Ke main Sikh haan." So I have to write. I had to write this. From the very beginning, Guruji was very spiritual. He spent his childhood playing with snakes and praying. He loved his mother very much and would often surprise her with producing rose behind his back at a tender age of 3, as Mataji told us. So Mataji also said when Guruji was born, the Dai who was there told her कि बड़ा चानन हुआ है, कि माताजी बड़ा चानन हुआ है, ये बड़ा अनोखा बच्चा आया है, ये रब का बच्चा आया है. And so much so that Guruji would do things that he desired, in the sense that Guruji decided that he wants a sister. That's how Krishna Benji came. So he informed his mother that she's expecting and that he's called his sister from Upar and that she will be arriving. And the mother did not know that she was arriving. So much was his love for Krishna Benji that when she got married, he told his parents, Guru Saheb Ji told his parents, that langar nahi banana. And this satsang Guruji has said himself, told himself to us, कि कोई लंगर नहीं बनाना, सारे उत्तों आएगा. So सारों को टेंशन हो गई, हलवाई तो बिठाया नहीं था, सारे जो बर्तन थे उनके ऊपर ढक्कन लगा दिए, टेबल पर लगा दिए. गुरु साहिब जी ने अरदास करी और पूरा अमृत भर गया, सारे लंगर. उन्होंने लंगर जब खोला, ढक्कन जब खोले तो वाह वाह लंगर थे, सारे ऊपर से आए हुए थे. He wore the fanciest of cholas and his sangat made for him. Now chola, I stop at chola because this was, which I'm talking about for the first time, which was a silent relationship initially that started between Guru Sahib Ji and me. So the first chola Guru Sahib Ji came was in Jalandhar, and he said, "अच्छा तू सूटों दा काम करती है?" I said, "हाँ जी." अच्छा मेरे वास्ते चोला बना. मैंने कहा ठीक है गुरु जी, आप साइज दे दो. तो कहते सानू इस तरह ही नाप ले. मैंने कहा गुरु जी मेरे पास तो कुछ भी नहीं है. So there was another sangat lady there, said, "Guru Sahib Ji, इस तरह क्यों गल कर रहे हो, अपना चोला दे दो ना." तो गुरु साहब जी कहते ने, अच्छा एक चोला ले ले, बना के फिर मैंने वापस कर दी. So this lady in the sangat says, "Guru Sahib Ji, जब गुरु देंदा है तो वापस नहीं लेंदा, इस तरह ले नहीं सकते, हुन चोला इन्होंने दे दो." That is how I got my first chola, and that is how, on the basis of that, I made my Guru Sahib Ji ka pehla chola. So when Guruji shifted to Empire State, I would make the chola and keep it on the side table. And there was no communication between Guruji and me that I have given the chola or I have made it or anything. He would pick up. The next time we came, Guru Sahib Ji would be wearing it. I would see whatever's problem with it. The next chola would have the adjustment. For 2 years, there was no communication. There was no talk of, "Acha bana deta hai, le aa, kar le," nothing. So it was very cute. It was very different at that time. He wore the fanciest of cholas that his sangat made for him, nor did he own a single pair of shoes. But we all saw him wearing shoes from every part of the world. You know, at one time, Roma and I, Aunty and I went to Dubai. Guru Sahib Ji had sent us. And we were just looking, we'd gone to Armani, and we were looking at some socks in the ladies section. And it was a socks with little emblems of Armani all over it. And we looked at it and I said, you know, Guru Sahib Ji will love this one. Let's just buy this. And we asked the lady, "Do you have more?" Kehte, "We have 4 more, but we are discontinuing this. So we will not be making any more of these." So I said, "Never mind, let's buy this." Took them, brought them back. Guru Sahib Ji loved them. And Roma Aunty told him, "Okay, they are going to be disconnected, so discontinued, so we will not be getting anything." But Guru Sahib Ji decided that every Sangat who was traveling abroad would be shown and told, okay, I want this, I want this. So he created a demand that Armani, unknowingly till today, is producing that socks too, in every color. Like Guruji liked it. Or even his Jali Wali Banan, which we often saw him in during the non-Sangat days. Now, one day in Empire Estate, on an off day, Guru Saheb Ji was lying on the floor and he had this red Jali Wali Banan, jo pehle bahut chalti thi, and lungi. And I was very amused because normally you see men wearing green, white, black. And definitely I hadn't seen any men wearing red color banan. So I just asked Guru Saheb Ji, आपका favorite color क्या है? कहते ऐसे banan को उठा के कहते red, red banan. So there was one time when Guru Saheb Ji decided to celebrate his birthday for 4 days and told me 4 red chole bana lo, 4 dinon ke liye. And I still had a lingering thing कि पता नहीं Guruji ने शायद because my favorite color is red, so Guruji has said red. Okay, that stupid me, but I did that. I decided, okay, 3 chole red बनाऊंगी, 1 silver grey बना दूंगी, and let's see if Guruji wears it or not. Guruji didn't wear it. Guruji liked red on his birthdays. The only thing that he did own was his shaving kit. He believed that he did not need hair on his body as he didn't feel it essential to beautify himself with it. So this is like, I did ask him that why do you shave off? Why do you shave off everything? And he says, I don't want to beautify myself. Yet when I asked Guruji, why do you wear such fancy cholas? He said, I'm a king. I can do what I like. And then he would tell us, Saj dhaj ke aao, tusi guruan di toor hunde ho. It is my sangat, and that is a reason why a lot of the people who are non-sangat don't understand why ladies and men come dressed up. There were times when Guruji used to tell a lady, "Acha, tera earring bada sona hai, is waste earring bana de." And could be the person who he is ordering the earring for, her husband doesn't spend money on her or whatever. But Guruji would make sure that everybody was nicely dressed, had a bath. He used to say, tell me, if I can have a bath, dress up properly and come for you, then why can't you have a bath, dress up properly and come for me? So for me, as a rule now, if I am going to a satsang, that means I have to have a bath. I have to dress up properly and saj dhaj ke, make up, shake up, everything, and then go and sit in front of Guruji with my jewelry on, with everything on. Because that's the way Guruji liked his sangat. One evening, he enlightened my husband and me on life and how it would be lived. Simplicity is the key to happiness. Lasted 45 minutes. It was in perfect, crisp English that we listened in awe. Now you have to understand, when I say perfect, crisp English is when somebody would come. The Guruji was highly educated. He would say, you come from where? What your name? And you would look at him and look at the person, and the person would be, Guruji, try to talk in Hindi to make Guru Saheb Ji comfortable in the language. But Guruji could talk perfect English. So simplicity is the key to happiness. The thing is that we complicate our lives so much. Guruji used to say, 4 bandiyan to jada jaan di zarurat nahi hai. Baki to fir are basically just circles of people who will not help you, who will not do anything to you. So in each of your lives, all of you must, besides your own family, understand that there are 4 people definitely who are there to back you, to look after you, to see you through thick and thin and hard times, because hard time comes in everybody's life. So the soul of the sermon was to enjoy everything in life, to learn and to grow with sorrow, and not to let it destroy you. That I will always be there by your side to take care of you. This is so important to all of us, because we don't understand that you are not given a test that you cannot do. And you can talk to Guru Saheb Ji and tell him, okay, I've had enough of this experience. I need to move on. Lessons have to be learned. That's always there. These statements are the very essence of our beloved Guruji Maharaj and the guidelines for all his disciples to follow. Now, suicide was something that Guruji did not agree with, because Guruji said that I will always be there by your side to take care of everything. So it is trust and faith. That is what Guruji wanted from all of us and wants from all of us. His way of life was our lessons to learn, including cleanliness around him and within him. Okay. Nowadays, people will go scrub yourself like this, open this pore, open this gland, open those. Guruji simply can they say, changi tarah ragad ke nao. Basically, you're opening up every part of your body which is not getting used. Okay. So that is what everybody says. Then Guru Sahib Ji used to say, okay, everybody must go for a walk for 1 hour in a day. That is very important, because Guru Sahib Ji used to say that we will be sitting so much that exercise and this 1 hour walk will be very important for us. Okay, chai which moti ilaichi dalo. Why? Because it heats up your system, because we're sitting all the time. That is how the future is. We're sitting all the time, it'll heat up your system, it'll circulate your system. You know, as for cleanliness, home cleanliness, he was so particular about. He really wanted everything to be clean. Can you imagine? Once Guruji's nieces, Pooja and Jyoti, told me that when you, like, we used to do seva, we used to do clean all the buttons for langar, finish washing them, put them back, wipe them and put them back. Then the next day, Jyoti and Poonam would wash and clean all the utensils again. I mean, that much cleanliness Guruji used to love. जब तुसी मेरे कोल आंदे हो, तुसी सारे गंदे घड़े वांगू होंदे हो, फिर मैं तुहानू पहले अंदरों साफ करदा हां, फिर उत्तों चमकांदा हां. So Guru Sahib Ji used to say that we expect miracles to happen instantly. We come to Guruji with the hope of it, a miracle happening, but Guru Sahib Ji is all about the soul, which we forget. Everything else is a carrot. He is really about the soul. And that is why the sentence comes, मैं तुहानू पहले अंदरों साफ करदा, because only when you clean your within, Guru Sahib Ji cleans your within, every part of you is going to shine. I mean, if you had seen Guruji's skin, he would have these blemishes. There was a layer below that, and the shine used to come through. It was just so beautiful. Guru Sahib Ji was so particular. He would tell Ram Avatar, who is a Mali in the Bade Mandir, काम करने दे टाइम कपड़े नू वट नहीं पहने चाहिए, ना गंदा होना चाहिए. That when you're working, imagine when he's a Mali, he used to dig the soil, he used to do everything. But Guru Sahib Ji said, you have to be perfect, you have to be stitched. And that is how Guru Sahib Ji's cholas were. They would come from the dry clean. Sani uncle would try to clean them, and they would be folded. But once Guruji wore them, they were like crisp. No what? Absolutely. Then he would tell us that look at the lotus which is born out of the dirt and remains so pure that it is used as offering in the Lord during prayer. The same way one must remain pure in spite of all the filth around us. And that goes for every Sangat member, because Sangat is nothing but the world, a part of the world. So purity is up to us, up to our connection with Guru Sahib Ji. And look how Guruji deciphers karma for us. Once a young girl, perhaps 7 years of age, had come to Guruji with her mother for the first time. She had a common skill problem. Isko hum fulveri kehte hain. I felt real sympathy towards her. I felt very bad. I watched her walking in with her mother, and I could see she looked like an intelligent young girl. And I just felt Guruji will definitely have mercy. And it was like Guruji had read my thoughts. Guruji knew what I was thinking when this young girl was walking in, and he does this. And I was shocked, and I looked at him and I couldn't understand, because I'm a mother and I had kids that age, and I couldn't understand why, Guruji would not cure her. And when the lady left with her baby, Guruji told her, no, I will not be curing her. He told me कि इसने एक संत ਨੂੰ ਤੰਗ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਜਨਮ ਵਿੱਚ। ਅਗਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਸੰਤ ਨੂੰ ਤੰਗ ਕਰੋਗੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਜਨਮ ਵਿੱਚ, ਕੋਈ ਸੰਤ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰੇਗਾ, ਕੋਈ ਸੰਤ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿਉਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰੇਗਾ। Like I said, they are all bound together and they stand for each other so beautifully. He said, I too am bound by certain laws of the universe. Her karma stands in the way of my blessings, as she has abused a holy man in her previous life, and therefore I am bound not to help her. Which was shocking and sad. But this is something that has happened in our Sangat also. There have been couples who Guruji has really taken care of, but told them that we can't take care of your children because they've done something wrong. So questions filled our minds. If we do not know what is wrong, we do not know about our past lives, then how do we know why we're getting punished? So there was one time I was very upset with what was happening in my life. That I couldn't understand that when I have Guruji, then why is my life not getting sorted out? And that day Guruji said, oh, and he told me, Mino hat daba. So I was pressing his hand and he said, Sun. And there was this kirtan going on where there's a sage who's sitting and praying. And then there is this thief. The thief decides to matha teko the sage early in the morning, like 3 in the morning. He matha tekos and the sage says, bless you, whatever you've come to do, that may your day be successful. So the thief decides, if I've been blessed by him, might as well go and rob the king. So he goes and robs the king. Robs, and then like a thief who has honor, he leaves half the things in front of the sage and runs away. सिपाहियों ने आके सेज को पकड़ा, सेज को सूली पे चढ़ा दिया। ठीक है, सूली पे चढ़ाया तो वो बहुत पहुंचे हुए सेज थे, तो अपने पता नहीं कितने लाइव्स पीछे जाते कि कहाँ मैंने कौन सी गलती करी जिसकी वजह से मुझे आज ये भुगतना पड़ रहा है। And then he sees himself like a little kid who was playing with an ant. He had a thorn in his hand and he was poking the ant. The ant was suffering. Its life was in danger. The child, who was a child, was at play. So no karam goes unpunished, even if you are a sage. Guru Saheb Ji informed us, nothing happens that is outside of God's sovereign will. He said, when we are with God, we plan our lives and we decide what karmic debts we are going to finish in the coming lives. Like he used to tell us, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਬੜੀ ਹੀਰੋ ਹੀਰੋਇਨ ਸਮਝੇ ਹੋ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਨਾ ਸੋਚਾ ਕਿ ਇੰਨਾ ਕਰਜ਼ ਖਤਮ ਕਰ ਦੋਗੇ। For example, we decide who we're going to marry, who we're going to work with, whose karmic debts we'll let go of, and so on and so forth. All that is pre-written. So I said to Guruji, okay, if everything is pre-written, then what is karma? How do we make karma? And how does the next life get affected? He says, choti cheezean par nal karma nahi banta. He says, you make karma only 3 times in your life. And at such a time, the decision is completely yours. Just remember one thing, that what is right for you is wrong for your karma. And what is wrong for your karma is right for you. And at that time, even your guru cannot help you, because you have to stand alone and make that decision. Because on the basis of that, your next life is decided. Guruji stated, when a disciple comes to me for the first year, it is his choice to accept me or to leave me. Once he accepts me as his guru, then he is mine forever, even if he is the worst person on earth. Guruji bada kehndे ਸੀ ਕਿ ਸੰਗਤ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਛੱਡ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ ਪਰ ਗੁਰੂ ਸੰਗਤ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਛੱਡ ਸਕਦਾ. At the time, I too decided, that is Guru Saheb Ji saying, I first see a disciple's love and devotion to God, then his past karma, and then only do I see his devotion to me. If he is truly devoted to me, I accept him and take over all his karma. I put them in a bad time. You know what Guruji ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੀ? ਤੁਹਾਡਾ bad time ਇਸ time ਆਂਦਾ, ਇਸ time ਆਂਦਾ, ਇਸ time ਆਂਦਾ ਲਾਈਫ ਵਿੱਚ. ਉਸਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਕੱਠਾ ਕਰ ਦੇਣਾ. ਫਿਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਭੁੱਲਣਾ ਚੰਗੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ. ਉਸ time ਤੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਪੱਲਾ ਨਾ ਛੱਡੋ. Because you will go mad. Because that crunching time is so bad that you do not know whether you're floating or you're drowning. And at that time, remember, I am your base. I will take care of you. You will be safe wherever you are. And everything around you will be a whirlpool. But in the middle, you will have your oasis. And that is something my family has really experienced. And it is Shukrana to Guruji that he gave us such beautiful, beautiful, strong Sangat to look after us, to take care of us. It was like, it doesn't matter if you're wrong or right. It doesn't matter if you're wrong. The fire around you will burn like crazy. But your family life, what your family learns, is irreplaceable. It is what values Guruji puts into you in these tough times. It changes you as a person. And Guruji used to say na, कि असली चीज मांगो, असली चीज मांग लो. ठीक है? Somebody used to say peace, somebody used to say this. Finally, I said, Guruji, बता दो ये असली चीज होंदी की है. कहता वो तो मैंने कोई मांग ही नहीं सकता. I said, why? असली चीज is you. कोई आपको ही मांगेगा ना, कोई आपके चरण को ही मांगेगा. कहता जो मैनू मांगेगा, जो मेरे चरण मांगेगा, वो फिर गरीबी मांगेगा. गरीबी विच इंसान बनता है. पैसे नाल इंसान कदी नहीं बन सकता. So if you have asked for Guruji, if you have asked for Guruji's charan, then you will go through the grind to become the kind of soul he wants you to be. Because please remember that this body doesn't go forward. Whatever your soul learns is what is going to go forward, is going to make you what you are. Guruji said that I do not take over all his bad karmas, as we are here to learn, and so we must feel the prick of the needle and not the blade of the sword. So Guruji used to say, जो कर्मा वाला पेड़ है ना, वो कंडिया वाला पेड़ होता है. इस तरह जब एक इंसान इस ते जाता है, ते छिला जाता है चंगी तरह, then only he learns. He says, but जो भगत, जो मेरा सेवादार है, जो मेरा भगत है, जो मेरे को असलियत में प्यार करता है, उसके लिए मैं एक कंडे कट देना, ताकि उसनो बस थोड़ी चोट लगे, कि उसके सोल में जो इफेक्ट आना है वो आ जाए, पर उसनो इतनी चोट ना लगे कि he was not being able to take it. Sahib said, human diseases are a result of past karmas. I have to first eradicate the root of the disease, which is always seated deep within the body. If I first cure the surface of the problem, then it will always erupt again and again. Therefore, I must cure the A and not the N or the Z of the problem. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਿੰਪਲ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਇਹ ਪਿੰਪਲ ਗੁਰਜੀ ਠੀਕ ਕਰ ਦੋ, ਪਰ ਉਹ ਕਿਉਂ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ? ਅੰਦਰੋਂ ਜਾਣਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਮੈਨੂੰ. ਉਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਠੀਕ ਕਰਾਂਗੀ, ਅੰਦਰੋਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਆਣਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ. Guru Saheb Ji reiterated a number of times that prayer must be taught at a very early age. Now, when Guru Saheb Ji allowed us to join, my kids were very small. They were 4 and 6 at that time. 2 and 4. Yeah, 2 and 4. Okay. Now, to make a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old sit in Sangat, barely any Sangat, like 10-15 log. कितनी देर कलरिंग बुक देते हो, कलरिंग कर ले, थोड़ी देर बाद फिर तंग हो जाते हैं, फिर चलो चलो चलो, you know how kids are. And then if Guruji saw एक ही कर रहे हैं, कलरिंग कर रहे हैं गुरुजी, एक ही काम है, एक कोई काम है. So we had to teach them how to write Om Namah Shivaya, Shivji Sada Sahai. So I have books which my girls have filled up sitting in Empire State of Om Namah Shivaya, Shivji Sada Sahai. Both Aisha and Natasha started from there when they were so little. He said, if I clean the surface, mind or body, the dirt will still remain within. So I first clean you from within for your surface to shine. Anita Kumar, a dear friend of mine. Now, Anita Kumar is actually was married at that time to Satya Bagla. And they were my brother and sister-in-law's friends. So they had gone to see the movie Titanic. And before this, I had told Anita a lot of times about Guru Saheb Ji, and it was like, we will meet types. Okay. So that day they had gone to see Titanic, and in the middle of the show, they had to run to the hospital and put her into ICU because she couldn't breathe. She had a very bad asthma attack that day. And it is after that day that Anita then decided, okay, she was open to meeting Guru Saheb Ji. She called, yeah. She called and said, okay, I want to meet your Guru. Please take me to him. Anita Kumar, a dear friend of mine, is the only one among our friends who Guruji accepted into his divine grace. Now I have to say that when we got to know about Guruji, we wanted to share this knowledge with everybody. We wanted to tell everybody, there's a true Guru, come. And we have a huge circle of friends. They all thought we were mad, okay? The thing was that Guru Saheb Ji also would do things to put them off. So we took one of our friends there, and Guruji Saheb said, Acha, told her, come. Her father-in-law had Parkinson's disease. Yeah. And said, Acha, tusi ki kam kar de ho? Kehde, carpets the kam kar dene. Oh ho, menu carpets chahiye dene. Ithe likho apna address. So the lady meekly wrote the whole address. And upar Guruji ne likh diya, bada carpets. I can understand why she didn't want to come. It was just quite understandable. Guruji ne, हाँ. Then another couple of friends who call us up at night and say, listen, we saw your Guruji in Ghungru. I said, are you mad? Why would you see Guruji in Ghungru? What are you talking? Ghungru was a discotheque at that time. No, we saw it. He's like this and like this. I said, yeah, described. Guruji to the T. And said, chalo. The next day, Sati asked Vippy uncle को गुरुजी कहीं गए थे कल रात? कहते हैं हाँ वो ना देखना चाहते थे कि डिस्को विच होंदा की है, 1 सेकंड के लिए अंदर गए थे बाहर आ गए. So Guruji had his ways. Now we're talking about Anita Kumar auntie. She came, as her horoscope put it, on the last leg of life with asthma and skin cancer. Today her skin glows without cancer and she's free of asthma. She's perhaps one of the most pure, elevated and gentle souls in the Sangha. He blessed her internally as well as externally. So Anita and I have had quite a relationship because Guru Saheb Ji would tease each other with us and would actually, in a way, put us together. And he would tell me, how can you sit next to her? She smells. And I said, Guruji, how can you even say such a thing? So then he goes and tells, and I told Anita, Anita, Guruji said this, and I was very offended. Next, Anita went to Guru Saheb Ji, and Guru Saheb Ji says, Anita, Bamby keh rahi si tere kol badi smell aandi hai. And Anita cracked up because she knew I'd just had a conversation with her. Okay, this is what Guru Saheb Ji is telling me, and this is what I said to her. out of overwhelming curiosity, we had one asked, Guruji, as you know what we really are from inside, what if a thief sat next to me? What would you do? So this was in Jalandhar when I said, Guruji, agar chor aake baith jaye, aap kya karo? Kande, mainu pata tu meri hai, tenu side pe laga denga. वो आया है, उसकी चॉइस है अगली दफा आने वास्ते, मैंने पक्का करना है, और फिर तो आए, तो मैं उसमें लुक आफ्टर करूंगा. He replied that he would put us on one side and bless the thief, first for coming to a saint, and second because he may never come again. He also said, I do not love a brother, sister, husband, and wife to the same degree, but as individuals, because their dedication and devotion towards me is of different levels. No two siblings or couples love me equally, nor is their devotion to me equal. Therefore, neither is my grace on them. The depth of your unconditional devotion results in my unconditional love for you. So one day, Guru Saheb Ji said, कि सारियों में equally प्यार करता हूं. I love everybody equally. But it is up to you how much you pull me towards you. Because the more you pull me towards you, is the more you will benefit. So in this last statement, I'm just trying to clarify, is that there is no less love for anybody in Guruji's eyes. Guruji loves all his children equally. But it's up to us to pull him towards us, to include him in our lives, include him in every part of our lives, so that we are not wrong in any way. Whatever happens, happens because Guruji desires it. The jat Guruji कहंदे ना, ये जो soul ਤੁਹਾਡੇ अंदर है, ये ਤੁਹਾਡਾ हिसाब रखती है. So that soul that keeps our hisab can never say we did something that we thought, but we have acted as an extension of Guru Saheb Ji's thought. With this,
Chapter 1 is over.
Chapter 1 is over.
Thank you. Go on, Auntie. You were saying something.
No, Guru Saheb Ji had this written a long time back. And there were times when I have gone through it. But today I've really enjoyed just remembering a lot of thoughts which one tends to forget or keep them aside, or they come forward when Guru Saheb Ji wants. So it's wonderful. And thank you for this blessing.
जय गुरुजी महाराज. ओम नमः शिवाय. शिव जी सदा सहाय. ओम नमः शिवाय. शिव जी सदा सहाय. Namaste Guruji, Namaste Pyari Sat Sangat Ji. I'm sure you all, like me, are feeling so enlightened after this beautiful, beautiful narration from Bamby Aunty about the prayer and about the chapter. इतनी रूहानी prayer दिल को छू गई सच में. और हम इस भाव से यही सीखते हैं ना कि गुरुजी के आगे जब हम बैठते हैं तो कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है किसी बनावट की, कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है किसी फेक वर्ड्स की, फ्लोरल लैंग्वेज की, कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है किसी दिखावे की. बस दिल खोल के रख देना है उनके चरणों में, जैसे बैम्बी आंटी ने इस प्रेयर में रखा. बस दिल खोल के जो मन में आए. गुरुजी वही तो कहते हैं, मेरे स्वरूप के सामने बैठो और जो दिल में है मुझसे सीधी तार जोड़ के बस मुझसे कह दो, मैं सुन रहा हूँ. तो बहुत ही सुंदर भाव इस प्रेयर में. और उसके बाद कैसे गुरुजी के जन्म से ही उनके संकेत मिलने लगे, दाई माँ को, फिर माता जी को, फिर बापू जी को, उनकी दिव्य शक्ति के संकेत. तो वो तो आए ही सदाशिव थे धरती पर बशर के रूप में, और उस समय वो गुरुजी का रूप नहीं लेना चाहते थे, तो उन्होंने इंतजार किया. उसके बाद वो गुरुजी महाराज कहलाए. लेकिन बचपन से ही संकेत थे, तो इन शक्तियों में कोई ना कोई प्रमाण मिल जाता है जो बाद में समझ आता है कि अरे हाँ, ये तो ये करते थे, तो देखो इनमें तो कोई शक्ति है। तो शायद कुछ ऐसा ही हुआ होगा उनके घर वालों के साथ। और किस तरह से जब बैम्बी आंटी ने बताया कि गुरुजी ने उन्हें अपने चोले बनाने के लिए कहा, तो कैसे उन्होंने कहा एक साइलेंट रिलेशनशिप थी उनकी और गुरुजी की। क्योंकि गुरुजी के साथ जो रिलेशनशिप है शिष्य की, चाहे वो जिस भी रूप में कंसिडर करें अपने गुरु को, कोई पिता मानता है, कोई खसम मानता है, कोई भाई मानता है, कोई गुरु मानता है, कोई सब कुछ मानता है, कोई माता मानता है, जो भी हमारा हो रिलेशन, जिस भी तरह से हम अपने गुरुजी में श्रद्धा रखें, उन्हें परसीव करें, उस रिलेशनशिप को परसीव करें, लेकिन वो रिलेशनशिप बहुत पर्सनल है, निजी है, उसमें कोई दिखावा नहीं, कोई जरूरी नहीं है उसको पब्लिकली हमें अनाउंस करना है। तो देखिए बैम्बी आंटी बड़े प्यार से चुपचाप उनके चोले बनाती गई। हर बार जब वो डालते होंगे, बैम्बी आंटी देखती होंगी कहाँ से क्या कुछ है जो नुक्स रह गया है, उसे अगली बार ठीक करके लाती होंगी शायद। तो ये तो नहीं है कि गुरुजी को नहीं मालूम, गुरुजी को तो सारा भाव मालूम था, मालूम है, मालूम रहेगा हम सबका। और जो बताया कि गुरुजी ने उन्हें सर्मन दिया 45 मिनट्स का, ऑन सिंप्लिसिटी इन लाइफ इज द की टू हैप्पीनेस। और गुरुजी के पहले इस किताब में जो चैप्टर में लफ्ज हैं वो ही यही हैं, तरल है, निर्मल है, कोमल है। और गुरुजी सरलता में, सादगी में विश्वास रखते हैं। किस तरह से सरलता जो है वो कहते हैं वो ही है खुशी का, संतुष्टि का राज। और कहा जाता है ना कि गॉड इज सिंपल, वी मेक हिम कॉम्प्लिकेटेड। तो भगवान को तो कोई बखेड़े नहीं चाहिए, कोई दिखावे नहीं चाहिए, कोई 10 गैलन्स ऑफ हमारा जो भी अर्पण हम करते हैं नहीं चाहिए, बस उनको हमारा भोला भाव चाहिए, बस वही। और ये जो ब्यूटीफुल लाइंस हैं जो मैं गलत ना कह दूं इसीलिए मैं यहीं से पढ़ देती हूँ, दैट द सोल ऑफ द सर्मन वाज टू एंजॉय एवरीथिंग इन लाइफ। तो गुरुजी कहते थे सब कुछ जो है एंजॉय करो, भोग तो भोगना है, लेकिन गुरुजी कहते थे डिटैच्ड रहो, टू लर्न एंड ग्रो विद सॉरो एंड नॉट लेट इट डिस्ट्रॉय यू, दैट आई विल ऑलवेज बी देयर बाय योर साइड टू टेक केयर ऑफ एवरीथिंग। तो इसी में सारा भाव समाया है कि गुरु एक बार जब हम अपना लेते हैं उन्हें कि यही हमारे गुरुजी हैं, तो उसके बाद वो हमें कभी नहीं छोड़ते। तो हमें भी उनका पल्ला नहीं छोड़ना, चाहे बड़ी से बड़ी मुसीबत आ जाए। ये भाव अगर हम मन में रखें तो हम डूब नहीं सकते, क्योंकि गुरु ने हमारी बाह थामी है, गुरु ने हमारी बाह थामी है। और हमें यही अपने आप को याद दिलाना है कि गुरु हमें नहीं छोड़ रहे हैं, और कम व्हाट मे, गुरुजी इज विद अस ऑलवेज ऑलवेज ऑलवेज। और यही भाव से जो हम उनकी निस्वार्थ भक्ति करें, तो गुरुजी ने जैसे अंत में कहा कि उनके लिए सभी डिवोटीज एक बराबर हैं, लेकिन उन्होंने कहा जैसे जैसे तुम्हारी निस्वार्थ श्रद्धा की गहराई होती है, वैसे वैसे तुम्हारे लिए मेरा निस्वार्थ प्यार होगा। तो बहुत ही मनन करने वाली ये बातें हैं, बहुत ही गहरा भाव है कि जिस जिस तरह से तुम्हारी निस्वार्थ श्रद्धा मेरे लिए होगी, उस तरह से तुम्हारे लिए मेरा निस्वार्थ प्यार होगा। गुरुजी की हम सारी संगत बहुत ही धन्य हैं, गुरुजी की शरण में हैं। सब भूल चुकों के लिए माफी मांगते हुए, गुरुजी को प्रणाम करते हुए आज्ञा लेते हैं। ओम नमः शिवाय, शिव जी सदा सहाय। ओम नमः शिवाय, शिव जी सदा सहाय। गुरुजी का अनंतम शुक्राना। बैम्बी आंटी आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्राना। सुरेश अंकल आपका और आपकी टीम का बहुत बहुत शुक्राना। जय गुरुजी महाराज।
जय गुरुजी महाराज। धन धन गुरुजी महाराज। शुक्राना गुरुजी महाराज का। धीरजा आंटी बहुत बहुत कृपा आप पर बने रहे महाराज की इतने प्यारे प्यारे भाव संगत जी को बताने के लिए, इस पावन महिमा में ये मौका देने के लिए गुरुजी महाराज हम फिर से अमृत को ग्रहण कर सके, इस कृपा के पात्र बन सके। अब हम सब गुरुजी महाराज से आज्ञा लेंगे। जय गुरुजी, शुक्राना गुरुजी।